Awesome. Welcome everybody to Newbies Training. If you haven't met me yet, my name is Crystal and I'll be your host. Please feel free to type in the chat any questions that may come up, or if anything doesn't come across clear, and I will be sure to try and answer them as we go or at the end. So hopefully, you have got started in this business and you've opened your virtual office and you potentially know your first couple of steps. But I'm going to make it very clear what it takes to get started, obviously get to our first promotion, DVF, and then SDVF. So these names are obviously Australian and New Zealand terms. If you're overseas, there's a separate training for that. So I'm just going to get my whiteboard up here. So when we first jump into Babes in Business and you open your virtual office, you do your application. That essentially is your day one. So if your mentor hasn't let you know your 10th day, your 30th day, your 40th and your 60th, you can do that yourself. So as long as you know the date that you got started, then you can count your days from there. So our first promotion, and I'm hoping you can see this quite clearly, is DVF. And basically what that is to get started, if you get to DVF, your first promotion, in the first 10 days, then there's a $100 bonus on the table. And what DVF looks like is essentially you here attaining potentially your first 3 clients. Now, you can be your own client, of course, but this may be 3 separate orders. So there is a point system, which again, I will show you soon, that help show you the package options which reach that DVF promotion. So that's the 10th day. You also have your 30th day to reach this promotion. You just don't receive the bonus. And so we're looking for 1,000 points accumulatively. So what that looks like is the trio package. That is the fruit, veg and berries and the Health Style Emporium together is 371 points. I just want to double check my points here. So when you do the shakes, there is 120 shakes, 60 and 30, but we'll just go 120 shakes for tonight. And then again, I can show you how to see the points. So that's 428 points. So you're going to obviously have your potential people in mind, and you're going to know their health goals and things like that, at which package option is going to be best for them. But essentially, if you have 371 points here, 371 points there, and a client with 371 points, you can see how that quickly accumulates to 1,000 points and your first promotion. So you're probably wondering, great, I have got started and I'm excited, but how do I attain those first 3 clients and attain those points? So initially it will be looking more at your warm market. So for me, it was looking at my family, my partner, my own order, and also a few friends that I actually had that I was really excited to get started, and I shared this with them. And they were happy to go on a health journey. And so we all started on the trio. I purchased the shakes because I love them for pre and post workout. But you can quickly see how getting my own trio package and shakes can almost be my 1,000 points from the get-go. So it's kind of exciting that I could grab my products but then get my $100 bonus straight back. So I'm just going to rub this off, because the most exciting part is getting to SDVF, which is the promotion just beyond this. So I'm just going to write that up here, SDVF. And so that equates to 4,000 points collectively. And again, remember how I said at the beginning, knowing your 40th and 60th days. So by the 40th day, if you achieve your 4,000 points, you get a $400 bonus. If you don't, that's no big deal. You still have your 60-day window, but that's no bonus. And if, again, you get through your 60th day and you've been doing this maybe very casually or dipping your toe in and you haven't found your feet yet, then we can always look at a restart. But let's just work on attaining that $400 bonus, because it's so fun, and, helping a lot of families with their health and wellness and building your business. So from what you just saw, there is you with your first couple of clients, and they we're 1,000 points accumulatively. So you're looking to want to help more families to attain those points and build up to 4,000. Now there's a quick way, and then there's also not so quick way. So for me, I was like, yes, I want a whole heap of clients. I want to help so many families. I still feel that way, but initially getting started is the long way around. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to get all of these people. So, another client, which is 1,000 points. And then I'm like, client, which is another 1,000 points. So I've got 3,000 so far, but I'm like, okay, I only need to get 3 more orders. And you can do it that way. And there's your 4,000 points. However, you do need to have a teamie with an order. So you're starting to build an organization. And for those of you wanting to have a business for the long term, be a full-time gig and build your dreams, you will need to start to build on a team. So we need to have one teamie with an order and then the 4,000 points. And so as you can see, I was just excited to help families and have a client base. And it was coming up to my 40th day where I was like, oh my God, who am I going to have as my teamie? I'd love to work with someone, but I totally didn't think about it. And my 40th day is coming and I'd love that $400. And so that's when, again, I went for my warm market and I was like to my sister and I said, hey, I don't even know if this is up your alley, but I've started this awesome business where I get to earn an income from home, but have some fun along the way with health and wellness. And I couldn't help but think that this could be awesome for you because you've got kids, and it could be another income for you too. And so she got started, which was awesome. And then I'm just going to draw my sister there. And she obviously had her order and she worked her way getting some orders there. So I'm just going to rub this off, but you can see how then I got my sister, she has her order, and I had all these people as my clients getting started. So there's an easier way. Early on when you get started, obviously connecting with your warm market to start off with as you find your feet, you have your first couple of clients. But if I had connected with my sister earlier on, and then she wanted to hit her $100 bonus, her points there are 1,000, which come to you. And then I spoke to my best friend because I know that would definitely help her. I didn't think of it at the time, but I knew if I'd started that. And she's there. And she wants to get that $100 bonus because who doesn't want extra cash? You can sort of see how quickly 1,000, 1,000, and 1,000. I've got 3,000, but I've had some wingmen help me get there. And this is where your organization grows, and it becomes so much more fun when you're running with a family instead of quickly hustling on the ground by yourself. So essentially, I did say 4,000, and this is a cumulative of 3. So all everyone would need to do is just get one extra person, and you've all worked together to get 4,000 points. And they've got their bonuses, and you've got your bonuses, and it's just evolving, which is really, really fun and really cool. So please be mindful, of your day starting, your day 1, your day 10, because it's fun to go for those promotions and also get those bonuses. And that's what we want for you. We want to uplift and support you and give you the best start possible. So make sure you have them written down on your diary or on a vision board where you can see them. So whilst that image sounds great, you're probably wondering, okay, what do I need to do? Where do I need to go from here? I've just been added into Babes in Business and you've just told me I've got to get points. What do I do? So I'm just looking at the chat. So New Zealand points are going to be slightly varied. However, the 1,000 to 4,000 ratio is the same, which is kind of cool because your points are a little bit higher. So you get it done pretty quickly. So I'm just going to share my screen quickly to our beautiful Babes in Business hub, which I love because it is our silver platter of goodness that tells us every step of the way. So you would have been welcomed into our beautiful page, and now it's about getting started. So your mentor would have mentioned to head over to milestone 1 and just make your way through that. Questions 1 to 13, most important. Just to sort of set the foundations of where you're at, where you want to go, and how we can help you get there. But it also has some very valuable information in regards to conversations, books of importance, and I'm just going to show you this now. So as I scroll down into the steps that you would have initially done, and it's probably 2.5 hours worth of training, so finding your hidden moments to get through it all. You'll come past step 13, you're doing a business strategy session, but there's books here. And GoPro is the Bible book. I still refer back to mine. It's got doggy ears, it's got highlighters, and it really essentially streamlines this business and how to approach it and how to be a pro. So, you know, being a business owner can be quite daunting, but you are now business owners. And if you seriously want to build a business, then educating yourself, learning and growing is where it is at. And personal development is huge. So GoPro is a go-to. You can get it on Audible if you like, but as I said, I like to reference to it, highlight things which help me with my verbiage and communication with my clients and my team. You'll also see Beach Money here and the Miracle Morning. The Miracle Morning is one of my faves because it definitely helps you set the tone for the day and look after yourself. So when it gets exciting, we obviously love being on our social media and we love building relationships, but we need to fill up our cup so that we are the best version of ourselves for the people around us. So the Miracle Morning is an awesome one. You'll come through more steps through here, and step 16 has all these different flags. And obviously in the chat, it's going off right now, but obviously in the chat, there's New Zealand, there's the US, there's Canada. You can do business all over the globe, which is amazing. So, you know, you don't have to just keep it so close. You're thinking of an organization. This here will show you how to pretty much squeeze the juice out of this business. Keeping in mind, though, to get to SDVF in this business, you need to stay within your own country. So Australia and New Zealand, you need to stick together to be able to promote having people from those places. Overseas doesn't help you promote at this stage, but it is interesting to know as you step up in the business where you can go all over the globe. And as we come down here, this is the most important. So as we mentioned, I said, you know, warm market, you might be potentially talking to some friends and family right now at how excited you are to start this business, and they're going to come along for the ride. They're going to support you, and it's going to be really fun for them and fun for you. But as you want to merge outside the box, you know, meeting people and growing your network and utilizing your social media, you're going to need to understand a little bit more on the verbiage side. So when you do different posting, there's some customer scripts that help you, different posting again with programs and products. But one of the big ones is objection management. And I really want to elaborate a little bit further on this, because when you first get started, before someone objects you, you're sometimes objecting yourself. So you're already in your head going, I don't know if I can actually do this, or what are they going to think of me, or how do I approach this, or what if she says this? So you really have to take that away. You have an amazing gift here, an opportunity to help someone's health and well-being, and you have to have that in the back of your mind. And even if it is someone that you'd love to have on your team, it again is getting out of your head and how you can help this person earn an extra income and have some fun in your life building this business. So, but when it does come to you talking to people and someone brings up management, either objection management, whether that's, you know, cost too much, or I don't have time, or, you know, all of that sort of thing, there's a few different options in objection management to help you with verbiage and how to communicate your way through that. So reaching out, inviting, following up. Whoop. I don't know how to get that down. Oh, good. And then we keep coming down. So there's some other scripts to go with the different things that we do. But getting started, you have your few clients and you're like, yes, I'm ready to rock. How to navigate your virtual office. This is a big one. It's so good that you have a virtual office anywhere in the world with your Wi-Fi, your laptop and your phone. But knowing how to process clients is what's going to get you paid, and is also where your reports are and how you can run a business. So it's really important to come down to this folder to find out how to navigate your virtual office and understand the numbers. And you know what? I'm still learning the numbers as time goes on. So you don't have to be a pro at the beginning. These will just help give you the initial steps, and we all come together to help each other out. So something else that I think is of value is the MFAs. So I am going to touch base in this newbies training at how, you know, to do the high paying activities, which are going to give you the best results. But sometimes we can look at our screens and go, where do I start? And so the MFAs here pretty much it stands for massive freaking action. And so it's 15-minute blocks where you can go in there, click on the recording, and it's 15 minutes of someone directing you at what to do on your social media platform. So at least then you know, okay, I've got in, I've done the work, and now I have to continue studying, or I have to tend to the kids, or I have to go to work, whatever the case may be. But it's being very proactive and quite direct with your time, instead of opening up your laptop and feeling like you're working, but you've really just face scrolled and insta spammed. Okay. Last thing I'll touch base in this album, which you truly don't leave. You don't ever leave. We always stay in here because it's so valuable to always go over your why and understand to a T how to do the scripts and understand the scripts and how to get through everything. But what I tell my team, and it's even for myself, is a non-negotiable Tuesday night is team trainings. So I can't see my screen too well. I don't know which one I'm opening. Of course, I opened the wrong one. It's the USA and Canada one. So the trainings are all written up on a weekly planner here for you. So if Tuesday nights doesn't work well, there are other trainings throughout the week that are going to offer the value that you need to help build your business and your personal development. And the reason we say non-negotiable is because we're not a professional when we first start this. We need to learn and grow and understand different things. And so this is an opportunity for that to happen. And so I really congratulate all of you girls that are on tonight that are doing this, because even if you've been in this business for a long period of time, you need to get to the stage where you can teach it. And then you know that everything is sunk in. You're a badass boss that just rocks it. So I always put a non-negotiable to my team to jump onto trainings. So I'll jump out of that. No, I won't. I will jump back. I'll jump back a step. So that's milestone 1, which you've all got started. But we also mention the 60 and 60. And the reason we do that, photos. No, you can come through. The reason we do that is because sometimes we can think, okay, I'm going to do a post, and you can spend 15 minutes procrastinating on, is that going to be okay? What do they think about me? Should I use that word? Oh my goodness, that picture wasn't good of me. That lighting's no good. I've used 10 filters. And you've spent too long pretty much procrastinating on putting a post that's not always, it doesn't matter. Don't overthink it. And so we're sort of taking the thinking out with the 60 and 60. So the reason we put it together is SDVF is achieved hopefully within that 60-day window. So we have actions for every single day that you're in this business for your first 60 days. And I've been in it since 2016, and I'm still rotating my 60 days because it's a great structure. And as you will learn, like going straight off the get-go, a lot of you have probably already done this one, but it gives you that step to engage with people. There's your direction. Watch today's video and, read it just on the side here at what it's actually going to get you to do, so that you are taking, again, those action steps to building a business. And the post is always just down the bottom. So today would have been the launch post. Share your business with everybody. Then you go into day 2, you can see it's a recipe, a business opportunity, day 3, day 4, and so forth. So the thinking's almost taken right out there, ladies. So that can work for Instagram or Facebook or whatever you like, both of them if you want to. And it just gives you that direction, and it gives the dynamic as well. You don't want to overload people or feel like you're spamming them. You're giving different options, giving help and offering value, because that's what you want to do. Contribution is what Babes in Business is all about, and that is where you're coming from. And how can you contribute? By sharing your recipe, by offering an opportunity to become part of the Health Style Emporium for free. And so we've shown you those different avenues. Before I leave the screen share, and I'm not to overload you, but please, if you have any trouble, talk to your mentor, or even just have a fiddle. Going through to the photos, I want to show you guys where you can find the values, the points. You want to know, you want to get 4,000 points, or how do you get there? So you can see your designated country. So if you're in New Zealand, you're going to click on New Zealand. And if you are in Australia, Canada, whichever. So we jump into the Australian album just for tonight. And you can see all of this. So you can see the compensation plan. It's stepping up from day 1 to getting to SDVF. And when you open up the different packages that we have available, you can see the points equation. So if you had someone that jumped on the 120 shakes in the trio package and the Health Style Emporium for 4 months, there's 799 points from the get-go. If that's not in their health budget and they need to start on the berries, then there's 135 points. Back to basics, on the go. There's plenty of options. We have to add the omegas, which is 181 points. So just letting you know that. But if you didn't even look at the packages, it is written down somewhere. Yeah, just here. So it's even streamlined. You didn't even need to look at package options. So you can just see right there what it's going to take doing the reverse engineering to go, okay, well, I love 4,000 points. How many customers would that be? Or how many people do I know would love to be a part of my team? And if they just got 3 people, let's look at them aiming for the 120 shakes with their clients. However you'd like to break it down, but it's all there for you. So I will get out of screen share now, and because I've only got 10 minutes. And so I really, really, really want to quickly get onto our high paying activities. And so first and foremost, you don't want to, as I said, open your laptop or open your phone and get stuck scrolling and you have really achieved not too much and you haven't added value to anyone and you haven't built a business, and then you're feeling flat and like it's not working and you don't want to give up. So let me tell you what the high paying activities are so that you can feel like you're on top of it and your business is building. And so from the get-go, as I said, congratulations to everyone who's on the line, but it's actually attending training. So let's go with that. Training, that's not even right. And events, you can hear my voice anyway. Okay, so jumping on a training is certainly going to help you feel confident, knowing what you're talking about, learning more about the product, learning more about how to get started in this business, just learning more, because in leadership training, whilst you may feel like you've only just started, attending that is really a non-negotiable because it shares with you the different avenues or areas that the leaders above us have really had success with, and they're sharing that knowledge with us. And knowledge is power, but only when it's shared. So jump on that training and then you're going to grow in this business. And with the events, as you are on events now, they're a huge opportunity to invite people to take a closer look. So you don't feel like you have to word vomit on everyone or try and explain anything. The events do it for you. So that brings me to inviting as a high paying activity. Who do you know in your social network right now that would love to benefit from a health journey or would love some extra cash? And I know plenty of those people. And when you first get started, it might be a bit of a mind blank thinking, oh my goodness, who do I know? But think about who your neighbors are, who your best friends are. Do you go to a gym? Do you have some gym buddies? Are you part of a yoga studio? Is there a meditation group? I could go on and on. Like, you have a lot of people that you might have went to high school with, that, everyone's friends on Facebook, but you don't always are chatting. So it's a great opportunity to go, okay, I'm going to invite them to an event. And usually the strategy tends to be something along the lines of, hey, and forming the relationship if you haven't already got a foundation there. But hey, I'm speaking at this event tonight. I'm really, really nervous, but I'd love some friendly support. I don't know what you're doing on Tuesday night at 6:30, but if you could jump on the line and be that friendly face, I would really love for you to come. And again, you're putting the ball in their court and they may say, yeah, sure, I'll come and support you. What is it? Don't try to explain it. Just say, please come along. And it'll all make sense when you get there. I'll send you through the link. And then you've invited them. And again, you haven't forced them. You haven't, been pushy. You're just asking for them to have a closer look. And they may join your team and they may be a part of the Health Style Emporium, or they may not. But you cannot have attachment to that. You are only here to love and care and offer an opportunity. And if they want to be a part of it, then fantastic. And if they don't, then that's okay. They'll come back around to you soon enough. So the next one, let me look at my notes. Okay, so we've looked at the warm market. Now you want to start building on your network. So building on your network, and again, Instagram and Facebook, a little bit different. But when you go into Instagram, you will go into different hashtags. If you need to Google the top hashtags for health or wellness and see which ones come up, going into there, finding people that are similar and have similar values, following them, liking their things, commenting, just getting amongst it, building relationships. Same with Facebook, being a part of groups that have your top 5 values. You might like Tony Robbins, or you might like fitness groups, or you might like vegan groups, or just be a part of that, add value to that. If you love cooking, pop those pictures in and people are going to comment. So building the network is giving you an opportunity to talk to 5 people that comment on your post. Or, you know, if they're going to an event to see Tony Robbins in the US and you'd love to be a part of it, you know, talking to that person. Why do you follow them? Building a, you know, and soon enough you'll become friends with that person on social media, and that's an opportunity to invite. Now, I don't want you to have the perception though that, okay, I have to find people and I have to build my network, because that's not kind-hearted and that's not where we really want to go. We want to help people and we want to share the opportunity, but it is nice just to have healthy, loving relationships, and that's why you want to build on it. And the bigger your audience, the bigger you talk to people, the more people that are going to see what you're posting in your posting schedule and having that opportunity to chat and grow your business. Okay, so sharing. I'm starting to write on an angle, so I apologize. So sharing is basically what you do on your social media all the time. It's not always business-based. Over the weekend, I went for a walk with my family and I shared that because family truly means a lot to me and I love them and I love sharing my experiences. So I'll pop that on. I also love doing the yoga and the meditations in the Health Style Emporium. So I might talk about, you know, the meditations that my favorite is, or, you know, maybe I'll talk about the self-love challenge, or at the moment I want to do a challenge next month, which is all based around the Whole30. So, you know, I'm going to share the whole food recipes and I'm going to pop that on my network so that they can see that I'm living the mission. It is what I truly want to do. And then people are going to ask questions about it down the track or straight away, or they might even share recipes with me. And again, it's just offering value and having some fun and just sharing your authentic self. So whilst the 60 and 60 is there and it gives you some form of direction, please don't feel like you have to copy and paste, because A, the algorithms don't favor you, so you probably won't get seen. But B, you know, your people around you are going to know that that's not you. That doesn't sound like you. So please make sure that when you do post that it does resonate with you, that it does make sense to you, and when you're talking to conversing with someone, that it's using your language. So it is versatile in that respect. What have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the last one, the best one, is following up. Now, has anyone on the line felt like they've messaged someone and they've seen it and then they didn't reply? Has that happened to anyone that's on the line? Yeah. Did you have a freak out? Did you think that they just hated you? They didn't love you? They don't want to be a part of this? No, it's not for them. Please don't think that. You're just not the most important person in the world right now. There's life that happens. I am so bad for it. My family give me grief all the time. They'll send me a message and I won't get back to them until the night or the weekend or whatever, because I have a family and I train and I do other things in life, but doesn't mean that they're not interested. So that is still an opportunity for you to be able to follow them up again down the track. And it could be as simple as, hey, I know I sent you a message the other day. Totally cool if it's not up your alley. I just thought of you because I knew we could have so much fun and you want to increase your energy and I know that I could help. So if that's still an option for you, then yes, I definitely want to help. But if not, totally cool. And again, now most times people will say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to not reply. It's just this happened or that happened. And it comes back around. If you feel like you've messaged the person the second time and they still haven't got back to you, look, and you feel like a stalker, don't message them again. Just keep them in your back pocket, like and love on their page, just sort of plant the seed that you're there, and then they'll probably come back around that way. And that also leads me to following up. So following up doesn't always mean a private message. It sometimes means just keeping them in like front of mind for you, but also front of mind for them. So once you've liked and loved and commented on a lot of things that are on their page, they're going to see the notification that Crystal has stalked me and I need to talk to her. So it's just keeping people getting onto your page, knowing what you're doing, but obviously following those people up is hugely important. And you've heard it all before, like Shani and Loz, they didn't start straight away. It took them 6 months. And that's because Kate and Ed were amazing at following up. And they knew the power and energy that they had and the value that they could add. And they did end up coming around. And look what has evolved. Imagine if Kate and Ed didn't offer this to Shani again and she didn't have Babes in Business, and where would we be right now? So it's things like that where you just Please don't go out thinking, yep, I'm going to get someone today, because it's not about getting anyone. It's about building relationships, and relationships take time. So just keep up with it. Do these high-paying activities. Reach out to your mentor if getting started, you're not sure of your 10-day window or 40-day window, or, you know, if you need more ideas, please go into the page and use the search bar, and just have a look at what I showed you tonight. So I'm going to stop the recording there. I hope all of that made sense, and we'll get ready for leadership training. I don't think there's anything in the question side of things. Miracle Morning is amazing. GoPro's changed my life. Honestly, look at you all girls go. All right, we're done. Let's get ready for leadership.